Hello YouTubers, this is cessnaace back again with another video, a new comic arrivals video. This is for week 11. I would hold up 11 fingers, but I don't have 11. And I am sorry for the delay between the previous video that I did in this series, week 10, and this video. It's been about 2 weeks, but things happen. For example, yesterday, I received a package from a seller on eBay. Doesn't sound too awful, does it? Well, this seller had a listing, may still be up, on eBay, where he was selling lots of 15 independently published comics. You could buy one lot, or two, or three, or four, or five, or six, or seven, or eight. No guarantee of what would be in the lots. No guarantee that there would be no duplicates. No guarantee of what publishers were involved. No guarantee on what titles were involved. Issue numbers. None of that. The guarantees were: order 2 or more lots, free shipping. All comics shipped with their own bag and board, or in a bag and a board. 3. All comics in very fine plus or better condition. Let's take the first one first, because when I received an earlier package that was supposed to contain 30 comics, because I ordered 2 lots, there were only 15 comics in it. I had opened it up and I had counted them as I pulled them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So then I counted them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I looked inside the container to see if there was some kind of alternate reality or another dimension in there that contained more comics. Reached in there and did all of this, trying to pull a magic 15 comics out of a bag. No more comics in there. So I quickly logged on to eBay and I sent the seller a message. I purchased 2 lots. Total cost $17.98. Which is how I got the two, is how I got the free shipping, because I ordered 2 lots. And I told him that I only received 1 lot. I could have waited a little longer, thinking, well, maybe he shipped the second lot separately, but that didn't make sense. So I kind of contacted him as soon as I could. And I didn't hear from him for a while, for a few days. When I finally did hear from him, it was a simple, I'll check into it, or I'll look into it. A few more days passed, and I didn't hear from him, and I contacted him again. And after a few more days, he contacted me back and said, I don't see how it's possible that I only shipped you 1 lot, because I keep very meticulous records. Well, you know what? So do I. And I only received 15. Now, as is the case when I am communicating with a seller on eBay, first of all transactions that I participate in, I save all emails that I get to a folder called eBay. When there is some kind of conflict brewing like this, I send a copy of all of my messages that I send to them to my email. So I have everything twice. Well, I got another email. Well, I'll look into it again. Didn't hear from him for several days. Yada, yada, yada. Finally, he asked me for my shipping address. Finally. even though he should have still had it because he shipped me the first package. But he didn't, so I gave him my name and shipping address. And after a couple of days, I didn't hear from him, so I contacted him again. And again he asked, what is your name and shipping address? I said, well, I sent it to you, but I'll send it to you again just in case that message got lost somewhere. And I did. Then he sent me an email, thankfully, indicating that he had shipped the second lot. Now, there was a tracking number on the first package, but not on this second package. So when I went to the site, I got an email stating that a package had been sent by this seller, the second package, and I clicked on it to track it, and it went to the previous package, which I already, and of course it marked it already delivered. Anyway, you'll want to stay tuned to the end of this video because near the end of this week I am going to be beginning a new series. I'll just say right now that, well, I'm a movie buff, but I'm going to continue doing these comic videos. Now, I have here about 80 comics that had been sent by Things from Another World last time that I didn't get to showing in the previous video that I did, and I have 10 of the 15 comics that I received yesterday from the seller on eBay. I say that because I can't remember if I said the first package, only one comic had a bag and a board. The other 14 didn't, so I had to use my own bags and boards. The package that I received yesterday, 2 of them had bags and boards, so I had to use my own bags and boards again. But that only covered 10 comics before I ran out of bags. So there are 5 comics that I still have yet to show. That I can't show you yet because they're not in bags and boards, and that's the way I like to show them. Okay. And again, the old rule, if you see Things from Another World sticker there, that's where it came from, and if you don't, it didn't come from there. This is Anne Rice's The Mummy, or Ramses the Damned. Now, they list the issue number on the back, but someone who owned this comic before it was sent to me did what I do. When there is a comic that doesn't have the issue number on the cover, I put it on the back of the backing board. Now, this also says 3-. I don't know what that means. But as you can tell, this is very fine plus, at least. Also, near the end of this video, I'm going to say something about COPPA. Alright, this is from Maximum Press, issue 1 of Evangeline. It is spelled Avengelyne. From Image Comics, Backlash, issue 21. Okay, this one is thicker than your typical comic. It is also a crossover between the Marvel Universe and the Image Universe. This is published by Image. This is Bad Rock Wolverine. And according to the indicia, it is Volume 1, Number 1. I don't know if this is a one-shot or not. I haven't looked it up yet. Because I have been finding that a lot of the comics that I have by independent publishers aren't in the price guide, even though they're old enough to be in there. This is a black and white title from Aircell. This is Dragon Force, issue 8. Now, if you're beginning to see a pattern, it is that most of the comics I received yesterday were published by Image. One or two exceptions. This is from Image. Cover price $3.50. Empty Zone, issue 7. Okay, from Image, issue 1 of Hazard. This is issue 2. This is one of the exceptions. This is from Dark Horse Comics. This is issue 2 of 4 of Hellboy, Seed of Destruction. Okay, now we start picking up some of the comics that had arrived from Things from Another World. This is from Aftershock. This is issue 5 of Killer Groove. See the vinyl record on top? And down below, a cassette tape in bad condition, really bad condition, and a portable cassette player, recorder, whatever. Alright, I ordered several covers of this particular issue from Titan. This is issue 9 of Life is Strange. I always file them in the order that, like I put cover A before cover B, before cover C, before cover D, that sort of thing. Okay, next we have a comic published by, using one of Boom Studios imprints. They have several, like Kaboom and Archaea. This is on the Boom Box imprint. It's issue 67 of Lumberjanes. Issue 67. As is this one. Now I'm going to have to cut way back on ordering variant covers. In fact, on what I order in total, because getting hit hard lately financially. We discovered that our car needs over $1,300 worth of work. Now my wife took it to the dealer twice this week, and they worked on it both times, and it's still going to cost us $1,300. What they've done already didn't cost us anything. Alright, this is from Marvel. This is issue 1 of Luna Snow. So if you would, consider going to Patreon/cessnaace, link in the description box, because we are hurting really bad right now. And I've been in contact with one of the members of the customer service team at Thanks for Another World. They are really good. And they've been sliding a package that should have gone out about a week and a half ago to further and further down the line so that we have enough money to cover it. But I don't know. December 4th is going to be the final deadline, and I don't know, like I said. Okay, this is the variant edition. Alright, this is issue 1 of Marauders from Marvel. From Image, this is issue 1 of Marked. Yes, some of you out there know my name. My first name is Mark, so Marked. Alright, this is cover B of that very same first issue of Marked. Okay, this is one of the comics that I received yesterday from Kitchen Sink Comics, issue 4 of Megaton Man. Alright, this is issue 2 from Aftershock of Midnight Vista. Okay, this is a foil variant cover. I had to delete, fortunately I was able to delete all of the other covers that I had originally pre-ordered for this title, trying to cut down on the expense. Anyway, this is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I believe. That's how it's filed, alphanumerically speaking. I'll just check the indicia. Oh, maybe I don't have to. So maybe I will anyway. Yep, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, number 44, from Boom Studios. Okay, this is issue 1 of Money Shot. From Vault Comics. And so is this one. Kind of paying homage, if you will, or doing it in this cover in the style of a Marvel comic from at least the 70s. They would put Marvel Comics Group at the top in a banner like that. It even has approved by the Comics Code Authority up here, even though the other cover didn't. I don't even think the Comics Code Authority is around still. Other publishers, well, they put their own, when they do a Comics Code Authority type seal on there, they change the wording to create a joke. Anyway, this is the main cover of issue 3 of Moon Maid, Catacombs of the Moon. It's from American mythology. Okay, this is from AGP. This is issue 4 of Monster World, The Golden Age. Now, before you say anything, I have a daughter who likes this series. So, well, she likes all of the series related to this license. So what I do is I order generally at least 2 covers, but sometimes I also order the dealer incentive cover, or one of the dealer incentive covers, and I automatically get the incentive cover, and then she can pick between covers A and B, and then after she does that, I get the incentive cover and the other one. This is cover B, so she obviously chose cover A of My Little Pony, Feats of Friendship. I say it that way because of the character in the Tim Burton film Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. She says she wants a pony. Okay, this is the retailer incentive cover. Now, this is My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, issue 83, cover A. So she obviously chose cover B. Now, I don't always order the dealer incentive cover or retailer incentive cover, but I did this time. Okay, from Boom Studios, this is issue 2 of Once and Future. Now, I have read this one because I have been reading all of them. This is from Kaboom, again, that's Boom Studios. Over the Garden Wall, Soulful Symphonies, number 2 of 5. This is number 3 of 5. Now, I've always had problems pronouncing this one. It's from American Mythology. This is the main cover. It is rated for teens. Issue 2 of this. This is the variant edition. this is either the connecting variant or a variant where they didn't put the title and so forth on it, whatever they call that. I forget on the top of my head what it's called. Okay, this is from Antarctic Press. This is issue 8 of Punchline. And so's this. Okay, from Image, issue 19 of Rat Queens. This is issue 15 of The Realm from Image. Getting glare from a light. Sorry about that. Same issue, different cover. And this series I am also reading, and all of the issues so far. And this is issue 6 from Dynamite of Red Sonja and the Vampirella Meet Betty and Veronica. And so's this. Like I said, published by Dynamite through an agreement with Archie. I'm not going to be able to get to everything. This is from Vault Comics. This is issue 4 of Resonant. Okay, I ordered this title for another daughter, and she'll read them and then give them back to me. She's not interested in collecting them. This is Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons. This is Chapter 2, Painscape. This is from Oni Press. Okay, this is from Amigo, or Amigo, however you say that, A-M-I-G-O, issue 1 of 4 of Rise of the Tyrant. Now, I have about 20 or so left to get to, maybe more than that. But checking my analytics, the longer videos tend to not get as many views as the shorter ones, and I wanted to touch on a number of things. First of all, Disney Plus. My wife signed us up for a year before Disney Plus even launched. This is the image that I use for my account. Well, it's Jack Skellington, but it's not worn and faded. Now, in relation to that, as some of you may know, I have been maintaining a log of every movie I have seen, except for those that I saw on broadcast television, because I used to work in broadcast television, and I worked for a station for 5 years that bought every movie package available. So I've seen all of the Charlie Chans and all the Tarzan and all of Laurel and Hardy's and all of the Blondie films. Yes, Blondie from the comic strips in the newspaper. Blondie was a series of films back then, because oftentimes before the era of television, B films was where you found ongoing series like that. Anyway, I count movies that I've seen in the cinema. I count movies that I have seen at a drive-in. I count movies that I have seen on pay cable or satellite and streaming services. Now, I don't know that I could get to it right now. Well, maybe yeah. These are the movies that I've seen since we got Disney Plus last week. 11 per side, and then here. But this doesn't just include movies that are available on Disney Plus, because it also includes movies on Netflix and Amazon Prime, the other streaming services that we have, and movies that are part of my extensive home video collection. Now, I pulled just 3 to show you as kind of a tease that I have seen in the past week or so. My aim is to not only show them when I have a physical copy of it, but to talk about them. Especially this. This is a really good movie. A British movie from 1960 that was so controversial that it was yanked from British cinemas in less than a week. But Martin Scorsese is a huge fan of this film, and when I first saw it on Turner Classic Movies, I thought it was a really good film. Kind of reminded me of Stanley Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange, in that by the end of the film, you sit there and you're thinking about all the people that he has killed, in this case all the women that he has killed, and you find yourself finding the character rather sympathetic, which is a hard trick to pull off. Stanley Kubrick did it, and Michael Powell did it with Peeping Tom. This is part of the Criterion Collection, by the way. It has a lot of bonus features, which I'll get into in the future. And this is another one that I caught first on Turner Classic Movies. I had never heard of it. It's an American movie from 1958. This is part of the Warner Archive collection, but the film was originally released by MGM in 1958. Now, when I told my wife that I was watching this movie, The World, the Flesh, and the Devil, she thought it was some kind of horror skin flick, but it's not. These are the only 3 people left alive that we come across in North America. There are others that they later communicate with that are in Europe, but they can't get to them, and vice versa. This is a post-apocalyptic story where one nation, it doesn't ever specify which one, launched a biological, well, it was kind of like a biological radioactive cloud with a half-life of 53 days. So if you were underground in a bunker somewhere for 53 days plus, you would come out and you'd be alive, but most people didn't make it that far. Now, what's amazing about this film is the way, first, it's constructed, because Harry Belafonte, who was very popular with Americans in the late 1950s, well, by then, not just black Americans, but white Americans. And first you're introduced to Harry Belafonte, and then Ingrid Stevens, and then Mel Ferrer. And it kind of builds to a tension between the three of them, a love triangle, if you will. And it starts to look like it's going to go horribly wrong. But in the end, all I can say about the ending is it must have stirred up quite a bit of controversy back in 1958, which is when it came out. It does say on the back, MGM presents a Saul C. Siegel production starring Harry Belafonte, Ingrid Stevens, Mel Ferrer. Those are the only cast members mentioned, because they're the only cast members. But a really good movie. Now, I mentioned COPPA, whatever. There have been a lot of hysterical videos posted on YouTube about that. But I found a very sane and rational one posted by a lawyer, or uploaded by a lawyer. I'm going to put a link to that video in the description box down below, because, well, for one thing, after watching that video, I know my channel is safe. Completely safe. Anyway, if you have any interest in checking that out, like I said, the link's down there below. And I'll shout out patrons Mark McElligott and Andrew J.M. Andrew J.M. is currently, well, still, the one supporting me with the largest amount. And let's see, my most recent subscriber, James Breen. Now, I had checked that just yesterday, and it was listing 2. And I didn't make a note of who the other one was. But apparently that 28-day cycle expired for them, but not for this person. So I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Please, because of the way the YouTube analytics work, in some cases don't work, please hit the thumbs up button, because that helps with the analytics for this video to pop up. Now, I have in the past had YouTube approach me wanting to monetize my channel, and I have always said no. And I've always told my subscribers that I will never monetize this channel. I finally relented and went the Patreon route, but that's as far as I'm going to go. None of my videos are going to be monetized if I can help it. So just click the like button and the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay awesome.